Hello students, uh, today we are going to learn a new chapter, chapter 7, chemical reactions and equations. In this chapter we are going to talk about the chemical reactions, equation and different types of changes. Okay, so first, change is the law of nature. We observe various types of changes around us, and plant grow into trees, a child grow into an adult. So scientists classify these changes as physical and chemical changes. There are different kinds of changes which are occurring in our daily life. So scientists classify different kinds of changes as physical and chemical changes. A change is a physical change is one in which the substance undergoing the change is not destroyed and the substance does not lose its identity. Ani nakaahlaw doon lauti nani to physical change chuan mo. Chuan, whereas a chemical change is one in which the identity of the original substance is change and a new substance or new substances are formed. Chemical change ve thunga ero chuan ani naka ahlo chak don ti nani chu chuan thil pakhat atangin it is going to transformed into a new type of substance. So let's talk about chemical reaction. Chemical reactions are the process in which some known substances change into new substances. So kan so ito angin chemical reaction ha chuan thil pakhat in thil dang athar aron in siam chhuak ta. So the starting substance are called reactants. Atiramiya kha reactant ania, and the new substance formed are called products. Okay, and the new substances formed are called the product. It's one until siam cho achu product kantita ani, and the arrow indicates the reaction of the direction of the reaction in which reactants change into product. This one chemical reaction kan ziarin rengin akara khan arrow kan da china kha arrow ina ako mu tumakhachu the direction of the reaction into hoizong in nge. Okay, from A to B kan ti ang chi kha o rong ko mu don ani chu example la chuan oxygen hydrogen le oxygen te anin combine they form water molecules. All right, so a change is called a chemical reaction if it shows some or all or some of the following characteristics. It's on chemical reaction kan ti chu engtin nge kan share tang mo. How are we going to find out if it is a chemical reaction? The first characteristic that we are going to look is formation of new substance. Tiltara in siam, as we have said from the example, hydrogen, oxygen combine to form water, so new substance in form ta. All right, and the second one, production of heat or light. This one, new substance in siam pa khan heat te pichwakim. All right, or does it give out light? And number 3, change in color from pink to blue, from white to orange. Okay ka rong a in thak dang lamem ti te, and the change in temperature alum dan te in thak dang lam and the change in state from solid liquid gas mo. Atira solid anya nuwa gas aron in siam chok, atira gas anya nuwa liquid aron in siam chok kanti ang te. And the sixth one, evolution of gas allowed siam chokim. So those are the characteristics which we have to look up in order to find out if the change is a chemical reaction. All right. Next, chemical equation. A chemical equation is defined as a shorthand notation of an actual chemical reaction in terms of the symbols and formulae. This one chemical equation kan ti chuan so water kan ti a ti chuan water chu a formula chuan H2O symbol ang chuan chu oxygen po O2 kha katiang anga a formula le symbol manga kan zia akhamo of actual chemical reaction chi chuan a reaction zong zong aklo thlen dana kha kan zia kha example la chu hydrogen plus oxygen gives water launita a H2 okay H2 plus O gives H2O kan tiang chi mo khatia angkha alonita ani tichuan reactants are always written on the left hand side with a plus sign between them tichuan left hand side ta zel khan reactant na ka chu kon sia ka nga tichuan athil siam chwa product ka chu is always written with a plus sign between them on the right hand side. Okay, for example, Zn plus H2SO4 zinc plus hydrous a sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen ZnSO4 plus H2 chu a left hand side kan zi akha reactant ania tichuan right hand side mi ro kha chu they are the products. Okay, balanced chemical equation. A chemical equation is said to be a balanced chemical equation when the number of atoms of its element on the reactant side is equal to the number of atoms of the corresponding element on the product side. This one balanced chemical equation kan ti ve thunga chuan ti chuan reaction chu kan lo ziak ta left hand side a product reactant kan ziaka right hand side a product kan lo ziak ta ti chuan for example zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen kan lo ti ta example la mo chuan reactant side a zinc kha pakhat a awm chuan product side a zinc pawh kha pakhat a awm tur ani chuan tinan hydrogen kha pahnih a lo awm ta a reactant side a chuan hydrogen a kha product side a pawh pahnih a awm tur ani a pung deuh thei lo a tla hniam deuh thei lo reactant side le product side a the number of atoms should be equal. Alright, an unbalanced chemical equation is called skeletal chemical equation for a reaction. Balancing chemical equation engtin nge chemical equation chu kan lo balance ang mo the number of atom ate chu engtin nge kan lo balance ang product side le reactant side ta atom omza te kha engtin nge ain za che in kan lo da ang the process of making the number of different types of atoms equal on both sides of an equation is called balancing equation. And while balancing a chemical equation, it should be kept in mind that kan share to poimo takta kan soidon pakhat na chuan the symbol or formula of an element or a compound cannot be changed. A symbol te a formula ati kha kan thlak dang lam tur ani lo H2O chu water ani chuan H3O kan ti te H2O2 kan ti te mo khatia anga kaima ni ina kan lo thlak dang lam ve rungo thei ani lova chuan the symbols number 2 the symbols or formulae of reactants and products should be written in the equation form equation angin kan ziak don ani chumo equation form in kan ziak dona and the third one the number of its type of atoms on the two sides of the skeletal equation is counted and tabulated kan chiaranga azata kha kan ziak thlapang chuan number 4 the number of its type of atom on the left side are made equal to the number of corresponding atoms on the right side of the equation by using coefficient mo coefficient kan mang thaya if required chuan atom ate kha a left side kha kan en wang a reactant site in ani choma a reactant site a nan hydrogen pahnih a awm chuan right side a hydrogen pahnih a awm theinan kan siam ve ang so if needed we can add 2 te kan da thei malama chuan number 5 if it is often convenient to start balancing with the compound that contains maximum number of atom atira chuan kan balance tran tir don chuan a ol sam dan ber chu atam berakha atom nei nga berakha khami atang khan kan chan khanin it is easy to balance an equation. All right, maybe a reactant or a product side reactant lama omani emo product lama omani emo. Next, making chemical equation more informative. Chuan engtin nge chin chia dan tu te pawh kha chi hrang hrang khan lo awm ve ta ni chu maw kha engtin nge kan chin chia ang number 1, the solid, liquid, gaseous, and aqueous state are represented by the notation S, small bracket chunga small letter in S kan ti te, L kan ti te, G, A, Q kan ti te khanin and then kan reactant side kan compound emo product side mi emo kha solid ani em gas ani em ti te kha kan share thainan khan kan ziak tel thin ani and an arrow pointing upward is used to indicate a gaseous product is formed in the chemical reaction mo heat te alo pe chuak theya or gas te lo siam chuak thei ta ti chuan arrow pointing upward khanin chu chu a entir vele thung don ani and an arrow pointing downward indicates the insoluble product mo ral ve theilo which is not soluble. Okay, chuan kha a insiam chuak ani ti kha mi chemical reaction a khan insiam chuak ani ti kha alantir ve anga and then the reaction in which heat is evolved are known as exothermic reaction. Heat lumna an pek chua antina product alo thar alo insiam chua pa khanin chu tui kan chuanga tui kan chuanga chuanin chini kan tela we are heating it mo chu chuan atira chuan tui kha okay on the reactant it is cold. Okay, chuan kan han chuang rei tel tela allow tel ta so heat is evolved. All right, that is exothermic reaction. It is indicated by writing plus heat emo heat energy emo or energy is ringot kha kan ziak tel ta thin ani product side ta khan mo chuan the next point, the reaction in which heat is absorbed is known as endothermic reaction. Heat ka absorb ve thung chuan heat ka reaction thlen nan khan amamo ani chuanin it is indicated by writing heat or heat energy on the reactant side of it thung kan zia kang chuan chu that kind of reaction is called endothermic reaction. Chuan number 6 chuan conditions of a reaction such as temperature, pressure, and the presence of a catalyst. Catalyst kan ti chu which fastens a reaction. Reaction a chak theina tura pui tu ni. Catalyst chu ti chuan kha azia lan thei boka. If heat is required for a chemical reaction, then delta triangle shape ang kha sign kha kan ziak thina ni chu arrowhead chunga khan mo a arrow chunga khan delta sign kha kan lo ziak tel thina ni while I'm explaining, while you listen to the explanation, I want you to look at the textbook so that you will be able to understand it more clearer. Okay. Next, an arrow between the reactant and the product means the reactants react to give to water and hydrogen and oxygen reacts to give water to arrow kha chuan a indicate kanitani chu chuan it is usually used in irreversible reaction. Irreversible means water changin hydrogen and oxygen in siam chok thei do lo alet le thei do lo ni chu chu irreversible reaction a khan arrow kha kan hmanga chuanin chang chuan two half arrow kha kan hmang ve le bok thin ani chu chuanin reaction a kha a complete lo emo it is reversible. There are different types of chemical reaction. We are going to learn different types of chemical reaction. The first one that we are going to learn is combination reaction. Okay, a reaction in which a single product is from two or more reactant is called combination reaction. Combination at one, so A plus B will gives AB. More hydrogen plus oxygen gives water. So two reactant to one product, and there are three types of combination reaction. The first one is combination reaction between two elements pani in kara, as I've said, hydrogen oxygen in water pa, and the second type of combination reaction between two compound pani in car mo, and then ammonia plus hydrochloric acid, NH3 plus HCl, chuan NH4Cl, ammonium chloride lo siam chuak ta mo. And the third type, combination reaction between a compound and an element. Chuan compound le element kha. Chuan compound le element kha hriat tur compound chu enge a element kha enge kan hre hrangang. Chuan hydrogen kan ti ang chi te, oxygen kan ti ang chi te, nitrogen kan ti te, khang ho kha element an nia. Chuan pahnih a in combine to khan, element pahnih a in combine khan mo compound a siam ti hriat tur. The second type of chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. The reaction in which a single reactant breaks down to give simpler products. Combination reaction opposite khani vele thungta ni chumo. A plus B gives AB kantita. Chuan combination a chuan decomposition a ve thung chuan AB gives A plus B lo ni vele thung don ani chu. Chuan there are also different types of decomposition reaction. The first one, thermal decomposition. Okay, thermal chu aming atangin heat. On heating, some substances undergo decomposition and new substances are formed. One substance to two substances ni don ti na ni chumo. Chuan the second type, electrical decomposition, current mangin mo, electric current manga decomposition reaction at khan, it is called electrical decomposition. And the next, photo decomposition alone velia chu it is caused by light. Okay, the decomposition which is caused by light. And the third type of chemical reaction, displacement reaction. Displacement reaction, that's one, the chemical reaction in which an atom or a group of atoms in the molecule is displaced by another atom or a group of atoms. Chuan heta ve thung hi chuan the displacement reaction ha chuan in tlema metal zinga po active deuh emo non metal zinga po ni se mo achak deuh khan achak lo deuh te kha mo an hmun an ron lua sak don ti na ni chu x plus okay, x plus al gives ax plus l alo ni ta ni chu l kha l kha xi in achak lo zo ka chuwang chuan it replaces the position of L. Okay, so AX plus L allow nito atira X plus AL ka. So in general, a more active metal or non-metal displaces a less active metal or non-metal. And the fourth one, double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction, that's one. Two compounds exchange their radicals. Radicals kan tia chuan compound reng chu compound reng chuan pakhat compound siam tu reng chuan atom pahnih ten an siam alo ni ta a mo pakhat kha positive cation kan ti ani ngaya chuan pakhat kha negative anion kan ti ani ngai. Okay, chuan positive le positive te negative le negative te in combine thailova. Positive and negative always combine together. Reaction in which compound exchange their radicals. Okay, radicals kan ti chuan cation mo anion kha lo ni don ta a to form two new compounds. Okay, for example, AB plus CD to two reactant da. Oh, AB plus CD gives AD plus CB. So anlo in exchange da ni chu mo exchange da an kopui ten thak ti na ni chu mo. Chuan the fifth one, which is very important, is oxidation reduction reaction. Oxidation reduction reaction he poi mo em uluk takin textbook in lo chiarang. Oh, oxidation reduction reactions are called redox reaction and tiboka. Chuan one substance in redox reaction, one substance is reduced while other is oxidized. Substance pakhat ay in reduce nga chuan pakhat ay oxidize don ani chu. So a definition of oxidation kan ti te reduction te oxidizing agent te reducing agent te kangkha textbook a kan chiang te win aron pe ni o shathiam har salo takin aron pe a kangkha in lo chiaranga shathiam in lo tum ve ang. Chuan the reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously are known as redox reaction. Oh, chuan reaction a oxidation le reduction a kha athlen chuan mo athlen ve chuan redox reaction kan ti kha chu alo ni mai don ta ani chu. And the sixth type of reaction is precipitation reaction. It is a reaction in which a solid substance is formed from two solutions of two or more substances are mixed. So solid solid pani substance pani ain react nga chuan chumi chuanin is formed. Okay, when a solid substance is formed when solution of two or more substances are mixed. Solution pani kan mixa to the chang chuan solid aron pek chua khan precipitation reaction anti a. Number 7 neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction at chuan the reaction between an acid and a base to form a salt and water. Salt kan ti khan chokme atana kan man chi rungot kha kan soi na anilo so tuyen pe chuak tel bok ta that is neutralization reaction. Base plus acid gives salt plus water. All right, so on effects of oxidation reaction. Effects of oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction in effect shang alo nei ve a pakhat na chuan corrosion of metals mo thir te kha alo ei cheve chin ani chu mo. The process of formation of undesired compounds on the surface of the metallic object is called corrosion of metals. Corrosion of metals occurs when a metal is attacked by a substance around it, such as moisture, acid, etc. Moisture non lutuka wangte, acid wangte khanin thir kha alo cheve tani chumo atlet na te lo hlawa chuan Decay of iron article due to the undesired formation of oxides on its surface is called rusting of iron. So effect of oxidation. The last one is rancidity. Rancidity the deterioration of fatty and oily foods by oxidation producing unpleasant smell and unpleasant taste is called rancidity. It is caused by oxidation. Oxidation of angatlingani or vok thau te potero and low sa umatan te tikhanan low siam ta or example anga chunchu so it produces an unpleasant smell, unpleasant taste. Okay, that is rancidity, and rancidity is caused by oxidation. Okay, that is how we can conclude the explanation for this chapter. One thing that you need to know is to read the textbook thoroughly. Okay, to read the textbook thoroughly and do the balancing equation given in your textbook. All right, let's end here for today. Thank you.